The last episodes of The Traitors were like everything, girl. I mean, this season of The Traitors is just insane, okay? We need to talk about last episode. We need to talk about backstabbing Lisa Rinna, but we need to talk about Michael Rappaport and Colton Underwood, I think is his last name, because this shit is just like boom. Like, it's literally blowing my mind. The whole thing has been insane. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. Make sure if you are new here to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you are part of the old crew and you have not done it, please go to the notification bell, turn it off, and turn it on again, okay? So you make sure that you are receiving every single one of my videos, okay? Girl, let's talk about this mess. I was like screaming at that TV last night because I was just in shock. I was shaking. I was physically shaking, girl. Crazy. I mean, first of all, let's start with the fact that Lisa Rinna decided to murder another housewife. Yes, she went against Portia Williams, and now she's going against Caroline Stanbury. And you know what is worst? I feel that she's gonna go after Dorinda Medley. Yes, it's going to be a mess, okay? I have to tell you guys, the coldness of Lisa Rinna in front of Caroline, I just don't understand it. You know, I will have killed the top chef girl, you know? I was like, I mean, since Portia, I already would talk about this, you know, like, we know that Lisa Rinna has zero loyalty to the housewife or Bravo. But last night, like on that episode, you could even feel it more because Caroline was trying to like joke kidding-ish, you know, and being like, oh, you Rinna bitch, you know. He was like, and she was like, I bet I'm gonna see you around, like, I don't know, BravoCon, which means, of course, this was filmed before BravoCon, you know. And the anger on like Lisa Rinna's face, and said when she said like, no, you won't, you know, like she's basically saying, why did you not understand? I don't give a shit about Bravo. I don't give a shit about BravoCon. I don't give a shit about Real Housewives. All of you are just pieces of shit in my game. It was that evil, you know. It was that, you know, like weird. And you know, I know that Candace is also there, but we all know that this is being controlled by Lisa Rinna, you know. Candace did not even want to kill Caroline, and it's always controlled by Lisa Rinna. It's so weird, you know. And I am so happy that finally a fire is being lit under Lisa Rinna's ass, and people are starting to talk about Lisa Rinna being a traitor. Because first of all, it is so obvious. Like, I will be, if I was on that castle, I will be like from the very beginning, like, Lisa Rinna is a traitor, period. What are your reasons? She's a traitor. She is a backstabbing bitch, okay? If you have watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you know who Lisa Rinna is, okay? You know what she did to Kim Richards, to Yolanda Hadid, to Lisa Vanderpump, to Denise Richards, to Kathy Hilton. You know what she is. And she has not changed one bit. And now she hates housewives, you know? It was intense, you know. I mean, I think we're gonna have to wait and see if they're gonna have the intelligence to actually take Lisa Rinna now that her name is finally being, you know, thrown out there. But now we need to talk about the big thing, which was Colton and Michael Rappaport. Look, I'm not a fan of Michael at all. I actually have hated him for so long because he is annoying as fuck. His mouth is just way too big, you know. He I think like you can make your point go across without having to be so like loud, you know, and so like disrespectful, you know. However, watching him on this show give me a little bit of perspective, you know. I don't think I will ever agree with his behavior, but I understand it a little bit, you know, and now I know this is just who he is, you know, and now I know that most of his words are just kind of like weapons, but doesn't really mean what he wants to put out there. You know what I mean? It's very easy for him to say things like, oh, you shut up, you know, or like conniving, whatever, you know, whatever he was trying to say, you know. But his mouth really put him into trouble. You know what I mean? Of course, there is a lot of conversation because they're trying to say that what Michael said to Colton was very homophobic, you know. Basically he said like he was going against Colton, right? And he was trying to say, or what he said was like, oh, because, you know, who will be better than you to be this conniving because you are able to keep secrets. You know what I mean? And he and a lot of people took it as, oh, because you were on the closet for 29 years, then you are this conniving, lying person. You know what I mean? I have to tell you something that it is true and it is not true at the same time, you know? Being in the closet is one of the hardest things that we have to go through, okay? I came out of the closet when I was 24 years old, okay? I lived 24 years of my life as a straight person, you know? Or not even, yeah, like trying to convince the world that I was straight, right? And it is one of the hardest things that you will ever do, you know? But yes, you do become an amazing liar. You do become an amazing conniving person. That is true because that's how you protect yourself, you know. That's how you protect your little world. No one can know that you are gay. No one can, if someone says something sus about you, you immediately have to create a lie, have to create a backstory, have to create something different, you know. If something weird happened, you have to lie. Many of us become expert liars and have a lot of walls around us because we have to be in the closet, you know. And you know, I'm Latino, I'm from Colombia, you know, and back when I was living in Colombia, you know, it was very hard, you know. Like I had a relationship through most of my college with someone who at the time I thought it was the love of my life, and we could not be out in front of absolutely anyone, to the point that even though we had all of the same friends or anything, we were just best friends and buddies, you know. And we have to lie and lie and lie over and over and over again for 4 years until the relationship was over, you know. So that does something to you. So like I don't take it as an insult to say that we, or that a person who has been on the closet for a very long time is a professional liar, because we are. We had to do it. You know what I mean? Now, when Michael said that, to be very honest with you, I didn't catch it like that, to me, because he did not say specifically, oh, you were on the closet for 29 years, so you are a professional liar and a conniving person, you know. He said another thing, you know, and then when everyone kind of like started mentioning it, and I was like, oh, okay, is this what he meant? But he constantly kept saying, this is not what I meant, this is not what I meant, this is not what I meant, you know. So there is a lot of division. When I went to social media, of course, a lot of people are trying to cancel Michael Rappaport over saying that what he did was homophobic, right? I don't think it's really homophobic. I think it was messed up, and I think it was a misconstruction of words, but I don't think that was what he meant, right? Now, on the bigger scale, when it comes to the game, it doesn't even freaking matter because everyone is wrong, you know? And I was like, this is the stupidest shit in the world. The only reason why Michael did that was because Colton was saying that he was a traitor, and he's not a traitor. And guess what? Michael was wrong. Colton was wrong. Everyone is wrong. You know, these people have no idea who the fuck is the traitor, you know? And I want to tell, I was like, these people are playing such a bad game. The traitors are amazing. Even freaking Lisa Rinna, Candace, and Rob, they're playing an amazing game. Like, they are just like doing their thing, you know? The faithfuls are so dumb. And the only reason why I don't agree with Michael Rappaport have been banished from the castle at the round table, it's because the faithfuls, several of them, decided to vote for Michael, literally saying, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna vote for you because I don't want you on the castle. I don't care even if you are a faithful, I just want you out. And I'm like, what are you doing in this game? Like, this game is about catching the traitors. So you should be voting for who you think is a traitor, not who is annoying you, not who you want on this castle, because that is dumb. Perfect example is Colton. He is prim and proper, you know, and he's bringing, you know, his A game, and he's moving names, and he's always like, oh my God, you know, like, we have to go after this person. We have to go after this person. I'm sure that this is the person, you know, and he's trying to like be a good faithful as you're supposed to be. And guess what? He's wrong. Constantly wrong. I'm like, these people are so dumb, honestly. You do not vote someone out because you don't like them. That is not the game. This is called the traitors. Your game as faithful is to catch traitors. You vote for who you 100 believe it is a traitor. So dumb, you know? I don't know how the rest of the game is gonna play out. You know, I think that Dorinda's fire is gonna start to lead up now that Lisa Rinna is potentially gonna come after her, you know, and now that this Ron, which I hate that guy. I hate Ron. I cannot stand his ass. It was trying to say that Dorinda was also a traitor. I honestly have no idea who's gonna win this game. I mean, at this point, I hope it's Candace. Candace is playing the best game ever as a traitor so far. I am obsessed with Candace as a traitor. Acting skills, like friendship skills, like she's engaging in the challenges, like she's doing the whole thing, you know. So I don't know, that's what is going on right now. Let me know how you guys, or what you guys think on the comments below. How do you guys feel about this whole Michael Rappaport thing? Do you think that it was homophobic what he did, or do you think that people are taking it the way that it wasn't? And how do you think the faithfuls are actually playing this game? Let me know. And if you want to get all the tea related to the traitors or any of the other reality TV shows, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.